Hello and welcome to another video. And today, this could be a long one, so if the video is a little bit longer than normal, it's definitely worth sticking around to watch. Now, the reason I say that is because today's video is a Realysis video. So, we're going to be analysing, okay, the whole story behind Joe Weller's mental asylum. Now, Joe Weller, he's got something like 3-4 million subscribers, and he started off this whole thing by exploring this mental asylum, and we'll be looking into that. And then this guy Vjamahh'S, we'll call him Jam, we'll just call him Jam, Pot of Jam, he decided to go and explore it, and a bunch of other people, but we're looking at this guy. And yes, we're going to look at all the evidence, and I've been doing my research, so we're going to have a look at what's going on. So, let's get into the video. Right, so we start at the beginning of our story with, here he is, with Mr. Joe Weller. Now he's there with his mate, and basically they've been exploring, you know, these other haunted locations, and it all kind of started with this one because this intrigued a lot of people. And as you can see here, these have been recently bricked up, and so they sneak off round the corner there, and there's one that's not like boarded up, as you can see about here when they're climbing in. Now they explore along, they decide to play a game. Whilst they're there, they pick this nice big room. They play a game where basically they have to, their mates and famous footballers, their faces are moulded into one, and they have to guess like who's who. And basically the interesting bit is when they come to this one here. Now I'm just going to play the clip, okay, and you're going to see what happened. And yes, here we go.
Right, number 9. 3, 2, 1. Cheese! Easy. Hello? What the was that? Some kids. Pretty alright, isn't it?
So at this point they're quite convinced that it sounds like kids, and you can hear separate voices there, and you know, I'll replay them just now.
Some kids. Pretty alright, isn't it?
Obviously your first impression is you think, oh, they must be just kids messing around.
We're gonna get you. What's up in there then?
And as you can hear there, someone threw a rock of some sort. A lot of people have been speculating whether this kind of semi-figure here, this black one here, you see something there, or even just there, you can kind of see a face there. But our brains are designed to hone in on faces, facial things. When you look at something, your brain looks for a face. That's just the way it works. So it's not solid evidence, but a lot of people have been dancing around whether there's actually a manifestation right there. Now, they continue just to, you know, kind of taunt them and all that, and just like trying to see if there's anyone there. And
Take your trousers down!
in his own particular way, which is great. I think, yeah, there's another shot around here. There's some sort of, you know, misty figure there in the several of these shots. And a lot of people are going, oh my god, he's caught it on camera. So a brick gets thrown back there. So they're very confused. So they decide to search.
I beg you don't throw anything right now because we're just coming out. Hello? Is there anyone there? There's no one there. How did they run away so quickly? Hello? There's no one here, mate. There's no one here.
So as you can tell there, like Joe Weller's video, you can say it's 100% like real, like because as you can tell there, he's actually emotionally distraught from that. I don't think he would be a person to set a video up because there's no need. He's got an audience, and why would you want to make a video just for the views when you can actually make an honest video and it's just entertaining just because it's him anyway? So he has not faked any of this, I believe. So the thing to remember is there's bricks being thrown around, the voices, maybe an apparition or two, not too sure on that. But he's convinced it was kids, but then they search the area, they don't find any kids. Now that video went out and a lot of people went, oh, that looks fun. So that's where we jump onto this man right here. And he explores the mental asylum with Messiah there and his good old friend Dylan. They set up a GoPro outside like the entrance just to monitor, see if anyone comes in, comes out. They search the entire place, and you know, they have a bit of banter here and there, you know, they're trying to scare each other and stuff like that. They cover the ground in flour just outside, just where the opening of the window is. Now they check that at the end, there's no footprints in it. Okay, so that's quite curious, remember that. I think it's about here where they believe they hear a banging on the door.
Where's she going from here? Months
So something about his mum's life. But anyway, they hear the bang on the door and they pass it off as children. And then here's this little promise, okay?
Guys, if this video gets 20,000 likes, I'll go up there. 20,000 likes, I'll go up in the attic.
Remember 20,000 likes on his first video and you'll go up in the attic. Now let's just have a look at the 46,000. And then this is where stuff starts to go a little bit crazy.
Oh, sorry guys, wait, what the f was that?
He sees the trolley. Okay, the famous trolley. This has a mind of its own, this trolley. Now at the beginning, I think they basically see it and there's nothing there. Now there's a trolley there. And then they check the footprints, there's nothing in it. Guess to check it again. And it's gone.
It's gone! What the f? I'm dipping out.
The trolley thing has moved again. His reaction to that seems quite genuine. If they're all acting this, hands down to you, sir, and your friends. It's quite a performance. Remember the 20,000 likes, he said I'll go up in the attic, he gets 40,000. So you think, there must be a video coming where he's going up in the attic. You'll be wrong. He's going to go with a couple more of his mates and take an Ouija board. Good one, mate. So they're back and they've got his mate there and they've got this guy called Coombs, okay? Now, that's this guy's channel, as you can see here. This time, the entrance has now been blocked up, like the other windows, because after Joe Weller's video, everyone's been going there and like supposedly loads of kids have been going there. It's like, oh, as a kid, a good day out is to go to a mental asylum. Yes, yeah, that's something good to do. Yeah, okay. So instead, they have to crawl down this little tunnel thing. So lift up the grate and crawl in, okay? That's pretty awkward. Remember, that's pretty awkward, okay? Just remember that's pretty awkward, okay? So, they're floating around. They're deciding what to do. It's like Scooby-Doo. They send one team that way and that team the other way. And then they get into this room and they decide to put the Ouija board on that little thing there. Looks a little bit familiar.
Alright guys, f it. 30,000 likes and I swear to God I'm gonna go up there for 30,000 likes. 20,000 likes. 30,000 likes and I swear to God 20,000 likes. 30,000 likes and I swear to God.
It's just check how many. Oh,
I swear
39.
to God.
So they set up the Ouija board, as you can see here on the screen. Now, Ouija boards, from personal experience as well, I have done it in the past with my sister, and we were lucky, to be honest, that nothing bad happened. Now, these boys here, I call them boys because they have no idea what they're getting themselves into, because this stuff is dangerous and they have no idea what they're doing. They are playing with fire, literally. You must never use an Ouija board in a graveyard or a place where terrible death has occurred. Playing in these places might cause terrible manifestations. You need to take into how serious it is. I mean, it's all kind of still a kind of unexplored area still, but it is serious stuff. You are, messing with forces that are still unknown. Now, the thing to remember is with these ones that you have a little thing like that you'll see in the video, and you have to follow the steps to a T. And the main thing is that when you finish your session, you say that you're going. If it goes to goodbye, that's it. Take things off. You're all good. If it doesn't say goodbye, you force it to goodbye. Then release your fingers, because legend has it that the spirits follow you, they attach themselves to you. So, they set it up, and as you can see here, they've got the little thingy.
This is something not to joke about.
Now, basically, a pole falls down, but goodbye is good. And as you can hear there, they're like,
Somebody's there, somebody's with us, man.
Someone's messing with us. It's like a scaffolding pole, like that. It's pretty decent size, that's, So, they're convinced, it's fallen from the ceiling, and they're, like, arguing, so it's like, you don't believe in ghosts and all this, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so it falls down, then they're just like, okay, crap, we gotta check the Ouija board.
What happened, though?
So, little thing that happens there is, he drops his camera. So, you ready for this, okay? You look at the way he does this, okay? He puts his arm down the hole, okay? So, his arm gets scratched. We'll be circling back to that, but his arm gets scratched, and we'll be debunking that a little bit later. As you can see there, they did ask if anyone's there, and it is on yes. So, it's moved on to yes, so they get all scared. So Dylan's been attacked by the Dylan got attacked by the trolley, okay? Now, this has got to be a pretty decent weighted trolley, okay? Because Dylan's standing there in a door frame, okay? Supposedly, you don't actually see this all, but you hear it. Now, picture this. So this is Dylan here, and he's in a door frame. Behind him is a sheer drop, let's say. And this trolley has presumably knocked him down into the hole, okay? Like, you need some oomph to knock someone off their feet, yeah? So that trolley's got to be pretty heavy, okay? Now remember that.
Asylum.
So, they are quite clearly panicked. So, as far as suggesting fake and real, it's very, very clouded in the middle. It's an impressive performance. So, that's where I'm kind of going, this is kind of feeling a lot more real, okay? Now, that attack just there with Dylan, those kind of things, it's like, it's difficult. It's difficult because that would spruce up a video. See, Joe Weller, he doesn't need to have all this paranormal activity go on. He doesn't need that because he's got the views anyway, because it's him. Now, these lot, they're a smaller channel, they need the views, so they make the video more extreme. Hence the Ouija board, hence the danger, all this kind of stuff. Oh, Dylan gets knocked over, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, the thing that they did wrong was leave the Ouija board. And left it on yes, they didn't say goodbye. Now that's where things start to get a little bit more interesting. You must never leave the planchette, that's the name of the thing, on the board when you are not using it. Failure to do this, to properly close the connection, failure to do so may lead to unintended consequences, like an angry spirit overstaying its welcome. If you do not do that, then a spirit's going to latch itself onto you, follow you home, all that kind of business, okay? Now this is where we jump to this video, okay? Now, Vjamahh'S here explains that him and Coombs, the other guy that was filming, they've been having some stuff going on at home, okay? They've been having paranormal activity around their house. He actually shows footage of his lights flashing in his house. He's getting a little bit panicked and all this. And Coombs apparently had, like, doors shutting and stuff like that. So that's where I'm like, yeah, you did something wrong there. As you can tell from the title, burning a Ouija board gone wrong. So, we're going to flick into this video. So, as they come into the hall that they were last time, the table's moved into the centre of the room. That bit has been completely collapsed, okay?
What the hell happened here, bro?
This is where it gets a little bit strange.
What happened? What happened?
Oh, it's the return of the trolley.
Oh!
As you can see here, those wheels look pretty rusty, okay? So to move something like that, it'll, you know, it looks difficult. And especially to put it up on top of a table to try and get into the 30,000 likes
Why is it burnt?
attic.
20,000 likes. 30,000 likes, and I swear to God, 20,000 likes. 30,000 likes, and I swear to God. This is something not to joke about.
And there's the Ouija board, burnt, okay? In the middle of that little situation.
Somebody tried to get in an attic.
So yeah, that's strange. So we skip forward to an exciting moment. Vjamahh'S is holding the Ouija board because they're carrying it. They want to go take it back downstairs to end it. To end this stuff, because that was their primary thing for this video, is to end all the stuff that's going on at their house. Okay, we're just going to go back quickly because I'm not sure if you caught a lot of that.
What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? What the f are you doing? Chill, bro. Chill. What are you doing?
He seems quite... Okay, look, his face, he seems quite annoyed. Okay, so he's then looking for the Ouija board. He's like, where the hell has it gone? So presumably he's been knocked back. The sound of his light switches off, you know, okay, in that moment where he gets attacked somehow. Now, he's like, where is it? Where's my Ouija board?
Listen, bro, I dropped it here, fam. Oh, it's there, like Coombs. It's up there. Oh my, what the?
The Ouija board is up on top of the door frame. That's quite strange. Okay, to think of that is, you know, it's quite creative. That's why I say this whole video and everything, if they come up with this, they are fantastic content creators, because like that is just quite spectacular that they can think of all these things and actually act in that way. So they should be on adverts. They should be in films. Okay, they should be in films. But if this is genuine, wow. Okay, that's quite scary. Okay, so the Ouija board's up there, so they grab it and they head back downstairs. So this is where they think, oh, you know, it'll be a good idea. Yeah, a good idea will be to get the Ouija board and set it on fire.
It's burned, man. Bro, this better f***ing work, bro. Let's go. Oh my God, man.
So you hear that there, that is a scream, okay? I'll replay that now. Okay, that's quite interesting, okay? We do a little bit of research. And what's this? Oh, yes. If you burn an Ouija board, it will scream. Now, I find that quite creepy, and if Jemiah actually did this research, set it all up, this is just a masterpiece. If he had thought about this in such depth to think, it's burning, let's get a girl screaming, I don't think he's quite up to that level to actually get a girl in a mental... It's like, oh, can you just help me with a video? Yeah, can you just come in a mental assignment and just scream at the right point? Is that alright? Yeah, okay. You have to be standing on your own in the dark room somewhere else, but if that's alright, yeah. Just going back to the scratch, okay? Now, I kind of thought, okay, so if you're putting your arm down a hole and something gets you, if it was a bite mark or some animal, there would be a bite, okay? If there was a scratch, it would be a downwards facing scratch, okay? This right here, this angle he's doing, you can see from his skin is going that way, okay? From just the folds of his skin, so he's got a scratch that way. Now, if he's got his arm in the hole and he got scratched upwards, that's quite strange, isn't it? If there was something in there, it would go rawr and scratch his arm like that. It wouldn't go ugh and scratch upwards. Strange. So, my theory about that bit is, he was putting his arm in and he just caught himself on something. He just scratched himself on like a bit of metal, whatever. Because if there was something, it would scratch downwards, not upwards. From the scratch that he's got there, because he's holding that angle is that, okay? So that bit, I think he's just scratched himself. So let's just debunk that bit, okay? I watched the angle of Coombs. So the one where they're burning the Ouija board. A little bit at the end here. Return of our good friend, the trolley. As you can see there, the trolley's made its way out into the parking lot. That's where I'm thinking, hang on, okay, that's a little bit weird, okay? It's up on the table in the previous, that's the last time we saw it, was up on a table to get into the attic, okay? That was in the same video. Now, my theory is there's two of these things, okay? Because to get that thing out, that weight of that thing to hit Dylan over down a hole, it's going to be pretty heavy. Rusty wheels, it's going to be pretty difficult to move. So the dedication to get that out of the asylum, the only way they can do it is coming out of that tunnel. Dragging it up there is pretty awkward. And just for one shot now, that's not really worth it. So for that, I think there's one inside the asylum and one outside. And you'll see that in Joe Weller's second video, the trolley is outside of the asylum, outside the front, as you'll see in a minute. I can't believe this. Now, this is where I got a little bit suspicious, okay? This bit was a little bit suspicious. I'll just roll it quickly. Right there. Oh, there's another pair of shoes right there. It's almost like there's a third person. Huh, a little bit strange. Since there was just the two of them. So continue a shot where they're sat there talking, and what's this in the background?
No, I hope it's the end.
There's someone standing back there.
Angle. I managed to film some weird my Snapchat when I was in my house. It's gonna be up on my side, so go check out my angle. Crazy stuff has been happening and
hear that? A little scream there.
Stuff has been happening and stuff has been happening and stuff has been happening and
sounds familiar.
Stuff has been happening and stuff has been happening and
I think they've got more people with them. That's what's just stressed me, is because there was someone standing there just then when he was with his camera, so that's someone with them. There's someone kind of round the corner there, and then that scream sounds oddly similar to the other one. Then we get on to the absolute final video. Joe Weller, after seeing all that stuff, thought, I'm going to make another video. So, he decides to make this. Now, it's a 17-minute video, and he even says at the beginning, do not try this, because so many people have been doing it. He even says at the beginning, you know, like, oh, he's seen, like, all these people trying it and all that, and blah, blah, blah. Now, a little funny shot about this right here. Oh, it's our good old friend, the trolley. So, anyway, they eventually see that this right here has been completely boarded up. That's the tunnel, that's completely nailed down. You can see the bolts here. That thing's solid, okay? They then decide to set up a GoPro in this one room up on door frame. You'll see in a second. There you go. And then they set up a second one in another room on the floor. They come into this room, okay, and they see the Ouija board. So this is after Jemiah's video.
Where the bloody hell has that even come from? That just wasn't even here last time. I swear. Mate, shut up. Isn't that Ouija board that kid left that's now burnt? Because they would have burnt it. They would have burnt it, wouldn't they? Is this something not to joke about? Somehow it set itself alight? No, I don't want to talk about that. I don't know if I want to touch that, mate. I'm not going to touch that.
They start doing this Q&A, okay?
Have I ever had a sexually transmitted disease? No. Correct. Three out of 3 on the Weller Ultimate Quiz.
Did you see that? Okay, now looking at it now, I don't think it's something being thrown. I think that's something flying. Now there's one more bit that Joe actually sees, and he highlights it right here.
Okay. Wait, I wonder if anyone... Okay.
I think that's a bird, okay, just from that last little flight bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that's a small bird. Here's a breathing noise there. So, yes. That was quite a long one, but yes. So from all of that evidence right there, I've come to the conclusion that that place, the mental asylum, is haunted. Okay, it is. That's real. Okay. Now, as you can see from Joe Weller's videos, there is proof there. You saw things shooting about and all that kind of business, and something flapping about. I think that was just a bird. The thing about the trolley, I think there's 2. People keep moving it. That bit's a little bit hasty because we haven't actually seen it move. Now, the Ouija board, that is their own bloody fault. They have just... they put themselves right at risk for that, and they were just so uneducated about that, and that was very dangerous to do. Okay, so very risky with that.
Is this something not to joke about?
I think that Vjamahh'S videos, they might play it up just a touch. Okay, some bits I reckon they might have acted because they play it up just a touch. Because with Joe's, there's no bricks being thrown and stuff like that. Whether there's people there or not, the screams, the extra people in Coombs one and that, like extra people there, that's a little bit hard to believe. So yeah, and with the screaming Ouija board, that's pretty creepy. Yeah, so, all in all, Vjamahh'S, I'm 50-50 about. That place is haunted, I'd say 100%, just from the evidence that you can actually see, the actual real evidence, the scientific fact. Now, the other stuff, the scratch, debunked, the trolley, I think there's 2, people moving about, debunked, and yeah, I'm just waiting for that video for him to go up in the attic.
Is this something not to joke about?
So yeah, that's the video, I guess. So on that note, I am going to end it there. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's probably pretty long, but you know, something to sit back and relax and watch. If you like the video, and subscribe. I've been Mush. He's been Date. You've been awesome. And yes, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Like, subscribe.